not so over enthusiastic this morning, mainly because I was closing off something, helping someone out, and everything was going really, really well. And now there's a problem. And the problem basically is that when you're moving content from one website to another, because the other website does not have loads of templates and other plugins that this one had, when you start to move things over, they break because they're reliant on a template that does not exist. So if the template does not exist in the transferred or migrated website, you are basically, you're not stuck, but I've had to go back to them going, look, there's two options. Number one is you move everything over, like the entire website, and then you piecemeal and go through and get rid of templates and stuff and get rid of bloat. But then you've got to make sure that, well, if I get rid of that, does it affect da? And that's the problem. When you've had so many people working on a website, you could have a website whereby it's got something like, how to explain it? Imagine 80 templates, and they've been used on pages all over the place, right? And then you remove one of those templates. Now you've got to check, well, what pages are affected? Hey, Chima, how you doing? Now you've got to check what pages are affected, and that's where the problems basically open up. I actually started early today, Chima. I've started quite early. So that's one option I've given them, and the other option I've given them is that they rebuild every page from scratch. Now, in total, they have got 84 pages. Now, 84 pages. Hey, Mia. Hey, Tarakangas. By the way, I hope you're liking the new video I put out today, which was image comparison. Have you had a look at that video? So now you can have before and after. I mean, have you seen it? I mean, I think it's a super, super good video. And of course, I would say that, but I really do think it is a super, super good, wonderful video that we managed to... I spent about, easily 8-9 days working on this because I was trying to get it right. Let me just quickly log into my website so I can show you. I was trying to get it right, and I was trying to fine-tune it. So anyway... bit disappointing, really. Hey, Grand Pets. So, really good relationship with a client. Things were going really well. And then this morning, the penny dropped. And it was like, oh, man, there's going to be a problem here. There is going to be a problem with this website. I'm going to tell you about a couple of funny things that happened as well, which annoy me, but also make me laugh as well. Hey, B Informatica. Toy Nizo. Any thoughts on Elemental 3.11? I haven't had any problems, and no, it's not unexpected because we had the 3.11 beta about 2 weeks ago. Two weeks ago, I think. So the 3.11 beta was out about 2 weeks ago. So I reviewed it. I covered it off in a few videos as well. So it's not unexpected, to be honest. It's totally, totally fine. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, Mia, please do go and see it eventually. Nice one, Ground Pets. I hope you're enjoying that video. I hope it's helping you to think about how to build stuff as well. I'm literally trying to find where I created this thing. I have a test website where I do all my stuff that I build, and I forget where I put stuff. What was I saying? Yeah, so what I've said to this client is... it might be better if they rebuild every page. I mean, I'm not saying I'll do it. If they want me to do it, there's going to be a pretty high cost, right? Because you've got to build everything step by step. Hey, Pez. So what makes me really, really laugh is when I get an email from someone and they're a real person and they send me a link and they go, how much would it cost for you to build a website like this? Like practically... exactly like how they've laid it out. Obviously different colors and pictures, but the same menu structure and all of that. And I look at them and I sort of feel a bit like, you didn't really give me much detail. It was very blunt. How much would it cost to replicate this website? The menu and everything on there. How much would it cost? I go £15,000. I'm not really overly excited about working with them. I don't really know who they are. They've just come out with, how much would it cost? You know, yeah, £15,000. You know, if you want to work with me, let's come to the table and we'll work it out. If not, I don't really care. You know, so here we go. So here's the video that came out today. And what does this video do? Look at this. Look at this. This is with a simple, it's a tiny bit of code. It's a tiny bit of code. It's not a complicated code, Ben. You don't have to use a widget or a plugin or anything complicated. You have full control over what you're doing here. And look at this. Before and after. I mean, I know this is not a proper before and after image. It's just a mid-journey. I just got a grid of 4 images from Midjourney, but look at that. Look, and you can even click. You don't even have to, you can just click if you want. You don't have to drag it manually. And look, here's what's really good, right? I'm not using my mouse now. I'm not using my mouse. I'm using my keyboard. Look, I am now hitting the left and right buttons on my keyboard for us accessibility. This is using a bit of JavaScript, but this is pretty damn good, right? And that video, I spent 8-9 days researching, messing around, playing around. I wanted to get the best solution for all of you rather than going, well, we could use that, because none of them were like proper perfect. And inside the code, I do show you how to make this be vertical as well. So you scroll top to bottom instead of left to right. So I mention that in there so you can go away and watch that video. I mean, look, this just goes to show, right? That video is about, I don't know, 5 to 6 minutes long. 5 to 6 minutes long, right? 5 to 6 minutes. I've spent about 9 days. I say 8 to 9 because the 9th day was editing, but I've spent 8 days working on, like, trying to find night, day, every time I had a spare moment, experimenting for you. Please hit like for the video when you do watch it, and also hit like for the live chat as well. But that's the kind of effort I put in, because this now is a great solution for me without having to use a plugin or really complicated. You know, you've seen the complicated JavaScript codes. They're like, you look at them and you go, what the heck is going on here? Really complex CSS as well. Like, what? This is really, really simple. This is what you can use, right? So it's great for me. It's great for you. Someone last night wants me to help them out with one page of their photography website. It's a little bit, I'm not saying all over the place, but there's a lot going on. They have got an example of an image of someone with no background, and then it's the same face with a background. Now you can show before and after. This would be perfect, right? You got a face, no image. You move over and now you see the image. How perfect would that be to show the before and after effect, right? Exactly. And it is, and you know what's really cool about this? Let me show you what's really, really cool about this, and then I'll shut up, okay? Watch the image. Can you see it shrinking there? Because I've set a size, right? Can you see that there? Look, it starts to shrink as well. It's responsive. And this will work on any WordPress website. This is not just Elemental. This is not just bricks. This is not just breakdowns or Spectra or Quickly or Gutenberg. This is for every website. Okay. Hey, cheers, Ground Pets. I'm glad you like that. The bulkresizePhotos.com. Super, isn't it? No need for a plugin. No need to pay any premium. You just bung your images in and ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink. WebP. It's free. It's easy. it works. It's my favorite takeaway website that I love to promote. Please don't forget to hit like. Hey Akram, how you doing? So like I mentioned earlier, someone contacts me literally with a in fact, I will read out to you exactly what they said. Let me read out to you exactly what they said, right? This is how blasé some people are with me, right? I want to replicate this website. The menu optimized. How much? That's it. Literally, how much? How much to build it? I just went back with built with Elementor Pro about £15,000 because I don't like their attitude. Number one. Number two, they didn't really give me much detail other than a URL link. I don't really know much more about, well, what are you going to show or not show? And number three, it's like, yeah, just give me a price. Just give me a price, a ballpark price. Right, here's my ballpark price. We want to work together? We work together. We don't want to work together? I don't really care. I don't care. Move on. All right, Chima, have you dealt with a situation? You got a client who's had me completely redo the homepage design twice. Did you get sign off after doing the homepage? You must make clear how many times they're allowed to revise. So someone who wants to work with us, and I sent them the contract yesterday, I told them in an email, I've even put it in the contract and made clear to them. Here's what I said, right? Let me just give you a story here, okay? I've told them the cost per page. So we build the homepage, but then every other page, the cost is £420. £420, okay? However, if you agree to only having minor revisions, you can't have a full page redesign, but minor revisions, and you're only allowed to do that once. So when I do it, you have your minor revisions and then it's done. I will reduce the cost by £100 per page because I know their budget was tight. And they were like, yep, I agree to that. I like that. Yep, minor revisions only. I go with that. And they understood where I'm coming from. But they also understand what they get and what they can ask for. If you say to someone, we're going to build your website, oh yeah, we'll do your revisions, oh yeah, we'll redo it for you, they will keep coming back to you. So now what I would say, Chima, who cares if they are a referral from a friend? Who cares? My brother-in-law wanted me to help build a website for him, so I built his website. It was about this time last year, in fact. I think it was February last year. I rebuilt it for him because I was still in the upstairs office. So yeah, it was last year. And then he started going, what about this? What about this? What about this? And I made clear to him, no, this is what you get. I've done a quick change for you. Anything else you need to pay for. You know, sometime, like yesterday, he emailed me and he goes, oh, what's the best security plugin to use? Because he wants to use something else. I just sent him a video link and go, use that, go and watch the video. He goes, oh, there's loads of settings. I went, yeah, watch the video. I'm not going to do it. He's my brother-in-law. He's married to my wife's younger sister. I am not going to bust a gut just because he's my brother-in-law. Why should I give up an hour of my time for free? You have to value your time. And what I would say, yeah, is that a referral from a friend, that means they're not your friend. That means they're someone. And friends come and go. Friends come and go. Hate to say it. And just because they are a friend, so what? You have to put your foot down. You've done the homepage twice now after they approved each one. You've got to pull it back. You've got to pull it back. You are in a dangerous position, though, now, because you have set a precedent. If you now say to them, no, can't do it, they're going to go, why? What's changed? You did it before. So you got to set your ground rules in place. Like I said, someone wants to work with us. I said, look, here's the budget, here's the breakdown. However, I know you're tight for budget. So if you promise and you agree not to... So when we build your services page, you're allowed to do one tranche of minor revisions. All right? One go, and then I'll do them, and then we move on. You can't keep coming back. You can't ask for too much, right? You agree to that, I will reduce the cost by 100, because now it means that your page might take me 2 or 3 hours to build. And then there might be an hour's worth of changes maybe here or there. That means in like 4 or 5 hours we're done with that page. So I can adjust the budget to work for them, but it works for me, and they are clear. They know now that once we've built that page, you're allowed minor revisions. I even put you're not allowed a full page redesign or anything that takes extensive time or resources. I make that clear. Of course, I haven't spelled it out. What do you mean by extensive time and resources? Well, that is open to interpretation. But as long as you get something in there, you can always go back to it. So not only is it in our email comms, it's also in the contract, the proposal page, it's there. It literally says it there. So when you start to do that, you're making it clear and you are protecting yourself, right? Look, mates rates is one thing. So let me explain something, right? Okay. So, in 2003, so 20 years ago, when me and my fiance at the time, we weren't married then. Hey Mel, we bought our first house. It needed a lot of work doing to the boiler. The bathroom completely gutting out and redoing, right? My uncle is a builder. He agreed to do the work. He, instead of charging me the normal rate, he gave me mate's rate. So I still got to pay him, but he gave me a bit of a discount. He's my dad's brother, okay? He's my dad's younger brother, okay? He's like a dad to me, all right? So he gave me a reduced... I still got to pay him. I'm not going to get it for free because he's got to pay his workers and there's materials and time, right? But just because I was paying him mate's rates does not mean I could take the piss either, right? It meant that once we agreed what was being done, that is what is being done, okay? I have no right to go back to him and go, well, I am your nephew, do that. Because he's got every right to turn back and go, well, hold on, mate, I've already given you mate's rates. We agreed what we're doing, right? Now you change your mind. So you have to have like a bit of a understanding over how far do you stretch family and friends. I've just told you, brother-in-law, he paid me for the website. He got a slight discount, mate's rates, but he still paid. But he don't get anything extra. He does not pay me for a care plan. I've told him what the rates are. He doesn't want to pay it. Fine. He does not get support from me. I get the odd message. I'll quickly reply it. It's no different to any of you who ask me a message on YouTube or Facebook or email. Yeah, quick one-liner. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Done. He had a problem with one of his WooCommerce product pages. There was a problem with it. I just told him, go and watch a video, go and Google X. I am not going to go, yeah, don't worry, I'll log in and fix it for you. Because I am very blunt with what I do and don't do. And in fact, the thing I'm going to end on with this particular part that we're talking about is that if you're an Asian like me, and you go to family functions, okay, 90% of the time, there will be a lot of elderly women there, mothers, grandmas. And what usually happens is they get dropped off by their husband or their grandson or granddaughter. Someone drops them off. They come into the house and there's a big get together and everyone's having tea and eating, praying, whatever they're doing, right? What then happens is when that function or event is over, they want to lift home. Now, they've been dropped off, but their husband, partner, kid, whoever, is not going to come and pick them up. They're probably off doing something else. So they will then go around the room. Hi, can you drop me off? Hi, you've got a car. Can you drop me off? Hi, you. Yeah, how you doing? Oh, you're with your mum. Yeah, but you've got a car. There's space in the back for me, right? They want to be dropped off. I became very well known where I used to say no. And I used to say to people, if your house is on the way for me when I go home, I'll drop you off. So if I'm going from here to here and your house is here and it doesn't deviate too much, I'll drop you off. If, however, your house is here, Why would I do that? So like I was at this is a long time ago now, grandma's house. My grandma lives 8 miles away from where I live. It's only 8 miles, okay? It's 8 miles, okay? Someone else wanted me to drop them off. And even my grandma asked me, could you drop them off? And I was like, where do you live? And they were like, there. I went, right. So, and I was very serious with my tone. So you want me to drive 5 miles to drop you off and then drive 13 miles. Remember, 8. So here's my grandma's house. I'm 8 miles away. This is 5 miles away. To get back to my house, I would have to go back past my grandma's house. There's no two ways about it. So I'm going to go there. Okay, busy roads. Probably going to take me 5 miles, but it will probably take half an hour because they are busy roads. And then I'll drive back 13 miles. So I'm probably going to spend close to an hour and a half, give or take, okay, going back and then over there. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Quite frankly, yeah, she's got a husband, she's got kids, she's got grandkids. They all drive. Either you get them to pick you up or you order an Uber. So I am really blunt, but that's because I know what my morals and principles are. And this very long story I've just given you here is basically a lesson in life that you need to apply with clients as well. Clients you love, clients you know, friends, word of mouth, referrals, whoever they are. You've got to draw that line in. You know, and what you do, Chima, is treat this like a lesson learned. Hey, Ralph, how you doing? You treat this like a lesson learned. By the way, Ralph and anyone else that's just joined in, if you haven't watched, please go and watch the video we put out on YouTube today, which is about image comparison. It's how do you do this? Look at it. It's boom, boom, boom. It's wicked, wicked. Hey, Dipanshu. Go and watch the video that we put out on YouTube today with how to do this with no extra plugin, no complicated code, no fancy business. And this works in any WordPress website, okay? Any WordPress website. Dipanshu, we're just talking about how you have to be careful if you ever build a website for friends, friend of friends, relatives, ex-relatives, ex-wife, son-to-be, you know, the ghost of Christmas past, all of that. How are you doing, by the way, Dipanshu? Not seen you for a while. How's things progressing with you and your websites and your clientele? So I did start off by saying last night I was buzzing. I was on a high. Things were going well. And this morning it felt like everything just hit rock bottom. Really did hit rock bottom. I've had to deliver some disappointing news to a client, because basically it's become clear that to migrate their website from one domain to another, because they're not taking over all of their 80 templates. 80 templates! Who the hell has 80 templates? 80 templates and all of the plugins. If you've got 84 pages that have been built with the templates, and you move over and the templates are not there, what do you think happens? The page loses all of its styling. It just goes, it looks like a mess. Looks like a mess. And I've had to deliver the bad news to them. Because at the time, when they told me, yeah, pages, and I was like, yeah, that should be a problem. What they've done is something that I strongly recommend a lot of you do not do. Templates are great for header, footer, single post, blog archive, single product, product archive, pop-ups, and that's about it. And that's about it. Right? That's about it. But when you have 80 templates where within the pages everything is a template, you're asking for a world of pain. You're asking for a world of pain. Well, yeah, that's what I've said to them, Grandpets. What I've said is you're probably better to do a full copy-paste. But then the problem is, the reason why they're trying to redo it is the website is really clunky, really bloated. And then I've said to them, then they would have to systematically go through every page and redo every bit where you've got a template. And that is going to take a lot of time, which I don't have for them. So either they employ someone else or... Look, let me tell you now, right? Let me tell you now, 84 pages, right? Let's do the mathematics of it, okay? I would charge them £480 per page, right? So 84 pages, are they going to pay that amount? Well, that's gone. 40,000. 40,000. Are they going to pay 40,000? I don't think so, right? So you're in for a world of pain. Right, let me just check the things coming in because I've not read out everything. Yeah, Dipanshu's doing an overhaul. Okay, so tell me, Dipanshu, what is the overhaul that you're doing? And why? Sure, I understand. Why are you doing an overhaul? So you're saying you're facing a lot of issues. Tell me more. Tell me more about the issues. Jack had an ex-father once. Mum introduced him to me as my real dad. Oh! We grew really close to him, but just my... Oh my goodness, Jack. This sounds like a Netflix show. We'll call the show Jack. Ex-Jack. Ex-Jack sounds a bit... No, yeah. Dipanshu. What happened to the website you mentioned? Some live sessions earlier which had more than 100 templates. Oh, yeah, that website. Basically, they want me to potentially rebuild the website from scratch for them. And I've said you're gonna need a big budget for that. You're going to need a big budget for me to rebuild it. Because it's going to take systematically a lot of work. It's funny, really. I've got that one and another one where both of them have got... I mean, look, I'll say it again, okay? I'll say it again. I strongly believe you don't need... your templates should be slim. You don't need a template on every single page. And people go, yeah, but it's quick and easy. Just copy-paste it. Just copy-paste it. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier than doing like templates, you know, sometimes. It's just, it can create problems. Gary, have you ever made the WooCommerce checkout look like Shopify? No, I haven't. But have you used Shop Engine, Gary? Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like. Have you used Shop Engine, Gary? Well, Video Boy, okay, Video Boy, here's the answer to your question. Are they a registered company, number one? If they are a registered company, you can find out what they're earning online. You can find out, you know. Number two, do a bit of research. Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Do they look like they're earning a lot and doing well? What can you tell about the owners? Do a bit of research. Within an hour, you'll be able to form a bit of a picture. But what you do want to get them to understand is, what is the value of the business? What do you think? You want to phrase it in a careful way. What you want to say is, yeah, I know, Gary. We've got two Garys now. No, what you want to say, Video Boy, to them is, what do you think will be the impact on your income? Or something like, in terms of the value of what this website could bring, what do you think would be the impact on your overall income? You lead them into it. No, Shop Engine does have a premium version, but Shop Engine does have a free version as well for you to modify the cart and the checkout. So go and check it out, Gary. Shop Engine. It's one word, by the way. It's not Shop Engine. It's Shop Engine, one word. Go to WordPress, add plugin, go to the repository, Shop Engine, one word. There's a free plugin over there. They've got like cart checkout thingy-midgies. You can even use it for filters as well. Does it do filters? No, I don't think. Oh, I can't remember now. I think that was Themify. But yeah, Shop Engine. I mean, Shima does mention, though, check out WC as well. So he's using that one. Michael, yellow everyone. Yellow everyone, Michael. At Ground Pet, if you now go to our YouTube channel, you should see the next 3 today, tomorrow, and Friday scheduled in. So tomorrow's is at a later time. The Friday one is at roughly about this time here. Yeah, so what I would say, Gary, there's two ways you do it, okay? You make a backup, you make a staging site, you then install the plugin and test it out. So you've got nothing to lose. How many websites do I generally make in a month? Well, it depends, Deepanshu. That's not the right question. That's not the right question. The question is the amount of work required. If you assume that every website takes a day or two, then you're probably going to try and turn around as many as you can. If a website takes a week or 2 weeks, it depends. Like, okay, so just to give you an idea, in January, we've done, in January we did 4, and in February we're going to have 4 again. No, actually, I lied, it's 5. 5 in February. 5 in February. And when you think about, like, maybe, I'm not going to go into every single website, but just to give you an idea, the one that will be starting on Monday is £3,300. It's not a complicated website. It's not WooCommerce. It's pretty basic, but it's pretty good. £3,300. Right? I don't know, give or take, what is that? Close to $5,000 for them, roughly, right? So how many websites you make a month is not the right question. It's more about what are you doing? Because if you're doing like major WooCommerce websites, you might only do 1 or 2 a month. But what you get paid for it and the value of that, right? However, if you're doing cheap websites, basic 4 or 5 page, $100 or $200 because you're on the Fiverr market, probably even less than that, then you're probably going to want to try and do 2 a week. I don't know, 1 a week, 2 a week, whatever. So the question is not how many websites do you make? Because someone could turn around and go and say, yeah, I do 20 websites a month. I remember someone telling me they did 20 websites a month. Really, ground pets? I mean, are you on our... when you go to our channel, it should show it. There might be a reason. I don't know why, ground pets. I'm not sure, but yeah, you should see it. I know someone who told me that in their agency, they do 20 websites a month. And I was like, really? But they charge like £200-300 per website. And they give it out to people from other countries to build a website for them. And Deepanshu, I've said this to you so many times. Go to our website. Go to Mastery Modules. We've got how to get clients where we share a lot of secrets and stuff with you there. So that's all I'm going to say there, mate. Spoken about this way. No. You got to go get our Mastery Module. And no, I don't do cold emailing. I'll tell you now, I don't do cold emailing. But Deepanshu, didn't you tell me Hang on, Deepanshu. Didn't you tell me before that you were getting a lot of clients? I'm sure you told me before that you were getting clients. Or you're not. I don't know. And I'm going to be really blunt here, right? Okay? Anyone that decides to go into business or start something up, you should have thought about how you're going to get clients before you went into it. What you don't do is go, I'm going to do this business without thinking about how are you going to generate interest or get clients. Yeah, there you go, Gary. There you go. Gary's pinpointed it. The upcoming live streams. There you go. Gary's got it. I don't do cold emailing. I don't like it. I don't like cold calls. I don't like cold emailing. If you ever cold call me, you're probably going to get 2 words back at you. F and off. Don't care who they are. I just say, I don't care. Don't care who they are. Don't care how desperate they are to earn money. If they dare interrupt me to say, hey, we've got this special offer on. You've just won an iPhone and a holiday. But to win this iPhone and holiday, I have to send you over a contract. If you just make sure you subscribe and you pay £10 a month, you've got a free iPhone. Just send me the iPhone. I'm not paying £10. No. You've won a free iPhone, my friend, but you got to pay £10 a month. No, just send me the free iPhone. I don't want to pay. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. It's a free iPhone, but you gotta pay £10 a month. F off. All right, F off. Oh my god. Right, let me just check if I've missed out any comments over here. Yeah, see, look, what Carapos says as well, it's all about the value. So like I'm saying, yeah, this person, they're building 20 websites a month. They're charging whatever, £100 per website. So they're getting a fair amount of money, okay? But then they're paying other people. Then they're paying for marketing and adverts. So they've got a low-cost model. They've got a low-cost model, and they're never going to break out of that, you know? And I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't like that model. Hi John. I use SiteGround. I like their hosting. I know people complain about the pricing, and you're not happy with it either. However, what I will say to you is this, John. Find someone who offers better customer service and technical support than SiteGround for what you pay. For what you pay and the service you get and their entire setup, find someone better, because you will find someone cheaper. You will. Half the price, even less than that. But then look at what happens when you have a technical problem. You get free SSL, you get staging sites, you get backups, you get tons of storage. But the technical support 24/7, you can talk to them, you can have live chat. They know their shit. And I'll tell you what, if you watch any of our videos, I'm always trying to find free and good, great solutions. By the way, please make sure you watch today's video that came out on YouTube. How to do image comparison, okay? No complicated code pen, no widget, no plugin. Really, really, really simple, right? You gotta use this, okay? You gotta go and have a look at that video later on. Image comparison if you've not seen it yet. So yeah, I am biased towards SiteGround, but that's because they are really, really good. Yeah, but Dipanshu, when you say your clients are pains in the ass, that probably says something about what kind of clients were you getting. Where were you getting your clients from? So let's now understand, Dipanshu, where did you get your clients from? Where did you find your clients, or how did they find you? Where did you get the clients from? Yeah, exactly, Ground Pets. Hit notify. Very good point. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, exactly. And Mike says SiteGround is pretty damn good. Right, I like it. Gary's right as well. I mean, yeah, I like it. I am biased towards them because I have checked out others, but I find it just works for me. But it is very subjective, and if you don't like it, find something that works for you. Hey Claudius, how you doing? We started mega early today. Good to see some recommendations. Martin, so Martin, if I want a multi-step checkout, how do you add an extra step into the checkout process? What is the extra step, Martin? Can you tell us what the extra step is? What I would say, Gary, is that I have not had any bugs with Elementor. So what my question back to you would be, have you got any third-party add-ons with Elementor? Have you got any third-party add-ons? And what theme are you using as well? What's your theme? Right, Dipanshu. Right, so you're going through Facebook, right? Local market, word of mouth, right? So when you say Facebook, what do you mean by Facebook? Do you mean sponsored adverts, or do you mean you are approaching people or businesses? Can you expand on that, Dipanshu? Because what I say to you depends on what do you mean by through Facebook. So adverts, sponsors, forums, contacting people contacting you. I don't know. How are you doing it? What is your approach? Right, so Martin says yacht detail. So Martin, you could use a code snippet to modify the fields. So there will be some fields in WooCommerce that you don't actually need. So it might be, so you might be able to rename it and reorder it. You can rename fields and reorder things. But have you had a search on Google? Google and ChatGPT are really good at this sort of stuff. Have you tried ChatGPT and asked the question? So Dipanshu, approaching people, right? Okay, yeah, but Dipanshu, we need more here, right? We need more. So you say you're approaching people through communities. What are we talking about? Sex clubs? What are we talking about? So are you approaching people in the elemental community, the WordPress community, grocery community, fat people community? Where are you approaching these people? Which community? I'm going to need more because I'm going to give you a strategy, but the strategy depends on where are you going at the moment. So what I need to know is what are the groups? Number 2, how are you approaching them? Like what? You just approach them? Did they say they need a website? What made you approach them? You know, and what are you promising them as well? What are you promising them? So what I need to know is what groups, why are you approaching them? Did they ask to be approached? And what are you offering them? Because to make the distinction between cheap client versus quality client, a lot of it matters. So you're saying, why does my website not use the new video cache settings? That's because I haven't got round to it yet, MD Jadan. That's because my website, I have not done it yet. Every future website I build, I do it. Sometimes, though, I don't have to rush into it because my old website is okay as well. So MD Jadan, I only do what I need to do. So I don't have to always do it. Right, so Gary, you got hello, no third party, category archives. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, Gary. I'm not sure why you're getting that problem. So Dipanshu is going to business communities. By the way, hey Dave, if I didn't say hi, you're going to business communities where people post about their needs. Okay. Gary, if you're using beta, that might be why. Don't use the betas, will be breaking quite a bit now and again. So you send them a brief about what I am going to offer and what problems they face. Okay. Right, but then Dipanshu, right? You're in control then of the situation. You're approaching them. So surely you should be able to detect who is a good client or not. Surely, right? When they say, hey, I need a website, you can click on them, go to their main profile and find out a bit or something about them. Who are they? What are they like? What are their interests? Do they post really stupid stuff on Facebook? Stuff that you go, I don't like that. Do they come across as professional? Do they come across as serious? Because if you are just going, well, 10 people want a website, boom, 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 all 10 of them might be rubbish. One of them might have been your quality client that you missed out on. So you got to think about your approach. The scattergun approach, email, you know, friendly fire. Okay, that's what happens. Chima, there's a you can customize it using Yaymail. Yaymail, we did a video on it about a year ago now. Yaymail for WooCommerce emails. You can change the look of it and all of that. Right, you can change the look of it and all of that. Oh, just going to change my seating because I'm a little bit squashed at the moment with my leg. I've got this room's quite cold, so I like to have a hot water bottle in here. By the way, tonight in 8 hours, I will be live with Paul Charlton on WP Tuts again. So please don't forget to go and join in on that. And don't forget, this video came out today. Make sure you go and watch it. Image comparison before and after. And if you've not watched it, go and watch it. All right, go and watch it. Okay, let's just check the comments coming in. Yeah, I mean, you are right, Chima. You're not going to get full-on control, but that is where maybe go and ask ChatGPT to give you a code snippet to allow you to do what you want to do. Then you create a staging site and you test it out. You go and test it out. And you may get what you want. You got to go test it out, all right? ChatGPT has helped me write a lot of the snippets or modify them. And when I've tested them, tweaked it, modified it, tested it, and then I'm like, yeah, this works. Right, yeah. Yeah, so tonight, I'll be live with Paul Charlton tonight. I think we're talking about business side of things or something like that. We sometimes make it up until right before we start, and we go, oh, what should we talk about? What should we talk about? Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that. Pez, I just go to a business owner and say, hey, your website sucks. I can make it better and help you make it. Yeah, there you go. And if that works for Pez, then there you go. That is the paragraph you will now send to every single... Hey, Mark, that is the paragraph that Pez has said that you will now send to every single client that you ever come into contact with. Best way to secure digital downloads. Right, you may need a plugin for that. So what happens is the download, you basically add like a secure key to it. And only... Again, you know... I don't want to sound like I'm passing the buck, but Google and ChatGPT are your best solutions right now for this, right? You go in and it will give you possible solutions. Have I learnt any PHP? To be honest, I had a look at it and I say this all the time, right? I say this all the time. Life, family, YouTube, video recording, editing, live chats, agency work, problem solving, stuff. Have I got time to fit PHP into there? And the answer is no. Do I need to learn it? Again, the answer is no. I can get by without it. I can look at some pre-done code and tweak if I need to. I can get ChatGPT or other people to help me write what I need, see what someone else has done, tweak it, use it. So do I need to learn it? Is my career or what we do dependent? And the answer is no. Now then, Kevin Powell, other people who are really, really hot on all of their coding stuff, because that's the focus of their channel and what they do, they would have to keep on top of it. Look, if I did a YouTube channel on NHS data analytics, about Tableau, about SQL, about Python and R, regression, all of this, comparative analysis, benchmarking, you have to move with the times. And you got to make sure that you learn the right code and the right methods and train, put stuff out there. But for what I'm doing, it's not a showstopper. It does not stop me progressing to do what we need to do. So, no. I can tweak, but yeah, I'm fine with just tweaking. Yeah, exactly, Gary. Yeah, Kevin is great. And that's what I mean. Because their focus is that, you can see how you don't know. Behind the scenes, we don't know. Kevin probably spends the night going, oh, how do we do this and how do we do that? Test it, do that. Yep, we'll do a video. We don't know what's going on. But there will be learning. There's always evolution, right? There's always evolution. And exactly what Sinan says, you can learn quite a lot with ChatGPT from a learning point of view. It is a great tutor. I tell you what, it is a great tutor. Nice one, Dipanshu. I'm glad your website techniques are going up a new level. What I would say, Dipanshu, is if you see 10 people in this community, wherever, who want a website, don't go running into all of them. Click their avatar, go to their main profile in Facebook, and just look at who they are. Because do they come across as someone who is serious? Or do they come across, like, if all of their photos are like this, just like that, are they really serious? And I know that's being judgmental, but it does make you start to wonder with, like, are they going to be someone who is basically understands the value of their business, what the website will bring, what you're going to do for them, the cost, the impact, and all of that. Because if they're very like, yay, carefree, and they don't really like, and you get the impression that they're very carefree, they're gonna kind of take the mick as well, kind of thing. With they're gonna take the mick a little bit with the services you offer, and they're gonna expect more than what you're probably offering as well. Thank you, Mel. It's always lovely, though. It is always lovely. This is Mr. JMXH Jumhuxhutched or whatever. I'm not even sure how to pronounce your name. But this is sparkling spring water, right? This is sparkling spring water. And over there, you can see it, is my Pepsi Max soda stream. I've got tons of this stuff. Let me tell you now. Let me tell you now. Because I've just had a new batch come in and I've got 4 over there. So 12. No, wait. 6 plus 12. Yeah, 12 there. 4, 80. No, 1 in the fridge. 19. Oh, and that one. 20. I've got 20 of these. 20 of these, Buster. Right? This is SodaStream, right? So if you imagine this is the bottle, okay? Which I don't mean imagine it's a bottle because it is a bottle. So that was a bit stupid. About this much up to about here, right here, you pour in some SodaStream, and you don't sit there mixing it. You don't sit there like that. You don't do that, okay? You just do a bit of a swivel like that, just a little one, and that tastes just like Pepsi Max. I kid you not. Sometimes my wife has a swig of it, and she's like, "Whoa, that is proper Pepsi Max." And when it's out the fridge, right, cold, busy, it's good. And the cost of this is so, oh my god, 6 of these bottles is £1.09. £1.09 for 6 of these bottles. That will make 15. That will make 15 bottles, right? That is about £4 something. But so when you work it out, for the cost of £7, roughly, when you work it out, how many bottles you need and all of that, for roughly £7, I get 15 bottles of this, right? 15 bottles of this, which means I'm paying less than 50%. Booyah! Yeah, sorry, I got excited there. But Dipanshu, look, but Dipanshu, why? But Dipanshu, there's no sugar in there. Pepsi Max has no sugar, number one, right? Yes, there is caffeine, but number one, there's no sugar in it. This is water, sparkling water with SodaStream in. Every morning, I do about 150 sit-ups. I do 100, then 50. Sometimes stretch to 60, but 150. I do some weights. So far today, I haven't done as much as I want, but I've done 106 minutes worth of activity today because I work sometimes sat on my bike cycling. And since this morning, I've burned 459 calories. All I've had today until now is a protein bar, which is 200 calories. And I'm going to go and do more walking and whatever later on when I pick my son up. So you balance it out, my friend. You balance it out. Oh, hi, Pickstar, by the way. I started early, Pickstar. Just started early, just because I wanted to. Gary's new favourite web design technique for e-commerce is shopping on big established websites. Then you get... Yeah, that's a good... in fact, that is something I do recommend as well. It's always good to go through and get an understanding of what is their flow, what is their email sequence, what kind of emails do you get? How do you go from product to cart to checkout? Do you miss out the checkout? How smooth is it? How slick is it? How many steps are there? Is it easy to get lost? Is it easy to have a cart abandonment? How can you reduce that? Hey, Alex, my friend, how you doing? Great to have you here. And I haven't said this, Alex. I do like your avatar picture. I like that split with the colour, with almost like the cream colour and the orange there, and dissecting behind you. I do like that look. It works really, really well. It works really, really well. What is my goal for my body? I'll tell you what my goal is. I still want to lose 4 kilograms. I want to lose 4 kilograms. Hang on, no. That's wrong. No, it's right. I want to lose 4 kilos. And I am going to lose it. I know I will lose it because I've done it many times before and I will lose it. I will lose it. I don't like to eat a lot of carbs. I just don't like to eat a lot of carbs. Carbs make me bloat a lot. I don't like a lot of carbs. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm doing okay. Why? But why not, Ground? Well, here's the question, Ground. Rather than say why, the answer is why not? Why not look after your health? Why not? So I don't want to get into the debate over bodies and all of that, but I'm one of those people where I want to feel good. I feel good. I feel hyped up. I know that if I want to go for like, so about before lockdown, so we're going back 3 years now, I got a train to London. I got off at, where was it? It was right near the top of London. Where was it? It was right near the top of London somewhere, right? And I literally walked all the way down into the centre of London. And it took a while. It took a flipping while. Must have been about nearly like 3.5 hours worth of walking. But you know what? I could do it. But Dipanshu, you're thinking about this in the wrong way. Think about it, okay? Think about it. Now, not everyone will agree with this because there are different techniques, okay? There are different ways to do it. My technique is very low carbs, right? I might have a higher fat content because my body needs to consume fat and not carbs because there's not many carbs. But I have mega high protein. Mate. Every day. There isn't a day goes by where I'm not eating either chicken or some meat. For my snacks in the morning or afternoon, I have a protein bar. Hey, Alan, how you doing? I have a protein bar. Protein. I mean, where do you think your muscles are built? How do you think you build muscles? You don't build muscles with carbs. Whatever anyone says to you, you don't build it with carbs. The carbs is your energy thing. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, calories deficit. But the thing is, though, calorie deficit doesn't always work on its own. You know, and I would rather do it with low carb, high protein, because I can tell you now, if you increase your protein, sometimes you don't have to do calorie deficit. I can tell you that now because in 2012, I cut back. I did no exercise, right? In 2012, I did no exercise because I struggled for time then. No exercise, okay? I cut out full fat Coke. I cut out chocolates. I cut out cakes, stuff like that, right? And I switched from sugary food to protein. I'd lost 4 stone in 6 months. I didn't do exercise. I just stopped. I just substituted one for the other. And hey, Maddie, and what I would say is even though you're exercising, because technically, when you have low carb, my low carb is what sustains me to do my exercise. So you're still gonna get it. Anyway, look, I think we've sidetracked. Let me just check the comments coming in. Dipanshu, diet instructor. No, I'm not really. I'm a rubbish fitness trainer. But hold on a moment. Let me show you what I have. Right, hold on. Let me just get my feet up. Sometimes I like to sit with my knee. Right, so you see this? Right, Basically, it's a protein bar, and you have a layer of chocolate underneath, and it's nuts, and you got chocolates inside, right? Protein bar, right? That's how big it is. Right, look. It's big, okay? That's how big it is. Right. Look at, right, so this protein bar, this bar has got 12 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbs. So there's 10 grams of carbs in here. 10 grams. My secret is to not eat more than 30 grams of carbs a day. Most of you, I bet, are eating 150 to 200 grams of carbs a day. If you ever check what you're eating, you'll be surprised. You will probably surprise yourself. I bet you're eating 150 to 200 grams of carbs. Go and check your packet, your cereal packet. When you have a bowl of cornflakes or whatever, look at what it says for how many carbs you're having just for your morning breakfast, right? But this has also got 10 grams of protein. So 10 grams of carbs, but 10 grams of protein. And what I like to do is try and hit 100 grams of protein a day. So that's 10 kind of thing. There you go. There you go, Pigstar 30. Pigstar. Ooh, Pigstar. Ooh. So yes, so in a way, I am still getting my chocolate, but it's, in fact, I'll open this, okay, and I'm not going to eat it. I'll just pop it back. Right. Okay. Look. So there it is, right? They're chocolate pieces inside. And look, at the bottom, look, that's chocolate. Can you see it? Look. It's got a layer of chocolate. Right? Right? So it's so you're not giving up your chocolate completely, but what you're getting is, rather than have a bar of chocolate, which will be 200 calories, it will probably be about 20 grams of carbs. It might have 2 grams of protein, right? And all of that. No, I'm not going to eat it because I can just, because like, look, I can just, look. Because it's peanuts, peanuts are quite sticky. Look, you just close it up and I have a box. I have a box of these. I have a box. I have boxes of this stuff. Boxes! And if you want to know my secret, I order from Amazon because a packet of 4 of those from the shop is about £2.60, sometimes £2.50, £2.60. From Amazon, right? From Amazon, it works out at about £1.90 for a packet of 4. Right? Hey, cost effective. You know, I won't eat it, ground pets, because I've already had it before the live chat. I'd already had it because so got up, did my sit-ups, did some weights, took my son to school, walked back, did some work, sat on my bike. I mean, in total now, I must have done, well, yeah, about just over about an hour, 20 minutes in total while working. And then before the live chat, new bottle of this and that. Anyway, for anyone watching, we do like to talk about WordPress now and again. Please don't forget, if you've not seen it already, please do go check out the video we put out today on image comparison. How do you do a before and after image in any WordPress website? Okay, and you can have the slider go up or down. You can click if you want as well. You know, you can do, you know, whatever you want. And you can even use, like, look, if I click here, you can even use the arrows on your keyboard. So this is not even, look, here's the mouse. Look, let me prove it. The mouse is there. I'm not moving the mouse, right? In fact, I'll put the mouse there so you can see, you know, and that is pretty good stuff. Yeah, Gary, go on to Amazon. Go on to Amazon and get the box. Get the box, right? It's so much cheaper. Alex, you just had rice. So let me now bring everything full circle, okay? Wow, Dipanshu has 312 grams of carbs. Dipanshu. Man, Dipanshu. That is a... Hey, look, it's not for me to judge, right? But I would die if I had that many. If you have rice or potatoes or pasta, continue doing that. But do not have it 2 sessions in a row. So if you have rice now, Alex, don't have rice tonight. Don't have pasta tonight. You've got to give yourself a 24-hour break. Here's why. Rice, pasta, stuff like that takes 2 days to digest in your body. 48 hours. 48 hours. Now imagine you have rice at lunch, then you have rice tonight, then you have pasta tomorrow. Your tummy is right, okay? So that's one thing I learned a long time ago. To be honest, John, I'm quite particular about restaurants I go to. So I do go to McDonald's. Guess what? I go to McDonald's and I get a triple cheeseburger. Triple cheeseburger. I get it and I take the bun off. And sometimes I give the bun to my son and he puts chips in it and he'll have a chip bun later on or something or whatever. You know, I'll put the bun away and he can have it later on. He'll do something with it. Because when you take a triple cheeseburger, right, it might be 400 and something calories. 200 of those calories, 200 and something roughly, are just the bun. Take the bun away. I've just reduced the calories and the carbohydrates of that flipping burger. So now I'm getting cheese, which is fat, which I need. I'm getting, yes, the meat has got salt in and stuff like that, but you still need a bit of salt intake. But the meat is the protein. Yeah, anyway, back to WordPress. Yes, Deepanshu, these images were made on Mid-Journey. I used them in one of our video tutorials about 6 weeks ago now. 6 weeks ago. Oh, wow, Michael. Wow. Give Michael a round of applause, everyone. 4 kilograms he has lost since New Year. Man, this is what I'm talking about. You are rocking it, my friend. My kryptonite is KFC. Yeah, Jack, you see with me, KFC is my kryptonite too. Hot wings, Jack. You know when you get the bucket for like, is it £9 in the UK? And you get 10 hot wings. Hot wings are loaded with carbs, but boy, oh boy. KFC hot wings. Who here loves KFC hot wings? If you love it, please put you love it. Or yeah, just put you like it. Love it. KFC hot wings. Wings. Yeah, so JMXG, right? You got to go to our mastery module, and we have got a module on productivity. It's about how can you be more productive. How can you stop yourself from sinking low? How can you ensure that you use your time wisely? We have got a module dedicated to that, and I strongly recommend you go and have a look at that. Jason hates KFC. Oh, Jason. Naughty Jason. How you doing, by the way, Jason? And you're not late this time, okay? Ground Pets does not do hot food. What? When you say you don't do hot food, do you mean like you don't feel good after hot food? Or is it that you just don't like hot food? Yeah, I mean, look, I love my chicken. I mean, Michael, I think you're definitely... Hey, Melissa, how are you? Michael, you're definitely going to be in the chicken crowd if you're doing weight trains and, you know, cycling and all of that. Because, you know... chicken is pretty good. There is a slight problem, though. So Raheem, my son, about 4 days ago, he has started, like, he keeps looking into the mirror and going, I want a six-pack, I want a six-pack. And I'm going, what do you need a six-pack for? And he goes, oh, I want to get a six-pack. So he tries to imitate me as I'm doing exercises on the floor. And I keep telling him, don't. And here's what's really funny. You know when you have your chest, right? And, you know, like... you have a bit of a line here, right? Your sternum or whatever it's called, right? He thinks his six-pack starts here. He's thinking, yeah, my six-pack is starting here. And I'm like, no, it's nowhere near there. He goes, oh, yeah, look, Dad, my six-pack. And I'm like, no, mate, that's not a six-pack. That's your heart. That's just your rib cage. Yeah, I mean, what I do, Pete, is when I have the KFC hot wings, and I've got this really nice, it's a sweet chili sauce, but let me tell you now, it's more chili than sweet. I don't like sweet chili sauce when it's too sweet, but this has got a nice, really nice flavour. It's the sort of thing you could just squirt on a plate and swipe it with your finger and lick it like that. It's really nice. But yes, KFC. KFC. Who here came for WordPress question and answers to get the best out of WordPress? And instead we shifted onto KFC. You are right, Ground Pets. You do need to eat, but I go more for the protein side of things. I go for the more protein, and I am trying to lose about 4 kilos. I want to lose 4 more kilos first. Now, like I was saying earlier, what was I saying earlier? Yeah, so I'm waiting. Hopefully, we're going to have someone who agrees to a contract I sent out yesterday so that we can start a new project on Monday. No invoice has been sent to them yet because I need to be sure they understand what we're doing. And I've even said to them that they need to ensure that they have the content and images ready before they pay the invoice, because once they pay, then we definitely start Monday. I don't want to take payment if there's going to be a delay. I'd rather start when they have definitely committed. They are committed, but I need to know that you've got your content and your images. Don't worry about the WebP. I'll sort out the WebP bit of it. That's easy, but I need to know you've got your images. Have I done a tutor LMS site? MD Jadan says, I did try to. Tutor LMS is actually quite easy and simple. And there's lots you can do for free. However, customizing the look of the tutor LMS pages is a pain. And the developers often refer to custom CSS, but they are not very clear. It is not very clear how to apply and do some of the changes. So one of the problems I find with Tutor LMS is that there's a lot you can do for free, but when it comes to modifying the look of it, their development team has not put a lot of hard effort or work into explaining how to do that. And I got really peeved off with it about roughly this time last year. No, it was before this last year. It was before Christmas 2021. Christmas time 2021. I got a bit annoyed with it. Yeah, just reading what Grand Pet said there, 100%. Don't go over 100% primarily, stick to it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm doing really, really good. If you had seen me in 2012, whenever I bump into anyone who hasn't seen me since 2012, they are like, you are... I mean, look, let me give you context, right? Let me give you context. I was wearing large T-shirts. I was on large T-shirts. If I had on a waistcoat... I was on a 42-inch, 40, I think it was either 40, no, it was 42-inch tops, right? Large T-shirts or large shirts. Trousers, I was close to 36 inches, right? Waistline as well. And then overnight, boom, changed everything, right? Now... I am about 35-inch chest, not 34, but 36 is a bit loose, about 35-inch chest, My t-shirts now, I wear extra small. I've gone from large to extra small. That's literally the change, right? My trousers, my jeans, right, so 28s are a bit tight, 30 are always too loose. I'm a 29, roughly, in jeans and trousers. So I've gone from about 36 to about 29, tops from 42 to about 35, and large in terms of shirts and t-shirts and stuff to extra small. And that's the transition. I've gone through. Yeah. Jack, have you ever had to stop work as you found the job a real struggle? Yes, Jack, I have. I do. And sometimes I have to stop and take a reflection moment. Did I agree to something that is too complicated? Or has something appeared that's now made me go, ooh, I was not aware of that. Ooh, that's a problem. That affects what I can deliver, what I can do for you. So I would say that, like, if you went into something assuming you could do it, that's your fault. That's your problem now to try and sort out. But if you agree to do something, it's a bit like, say someone says to you, hey, can you dig up my garden? And you go, yeah, all right, yeah, we'll dig it up. We'll put some plant pots around there. We'll put some grass. Yeah, no problem. And you start digging, and underneath the grass, it's full of bricks and blocks. It's full of just whatever the house was built, it's full of rubbish. You could not have foreseen that problem. Or maybe you could have, but it's a difficult one. I would now go, that's a complication we did not know about. So when you say, Jack, sorry, when you find a job a real struggle, the question I would say is it because you agree to do something that you don't know what to do now and you thought you could do it? Or is it that you agree to do it and then all of a sudden things come out where you go, we made a bit of an assumption, rightly or wrongly, but now when we really look into it, there's a problem. And it's a bit like if you take your car to a garage and you say, I got a problem with X, and the guy goes, yeah, I think we know what to do with that. £300, boom. And then the garage call you up and go, we went a bit deeper and now we have uncovered other gremlins. So we either can't do it or the cost has doubled up. And you could argue and go, yeah, but you said £300. Yeah, because we eyeballed it. We popped the hood, we looked at it. It looked like, yeah, £300 worth. But when we got into it, it's a different matter. Right? It's like when in the old days, whenever you had the blue screen of death on your computer, or you had a virus, the Trojan worm, or anything like that. You contact someone, oh yeah, easy, don't worry, just reboot it, boom, boom, load your disk in, load up Microsoft, whatever, Windows, blah, 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 do your Office installation, and away you go. And you're like, okay, could you do it? Yeah, no problem. You give them the computer. They call you up. Oh, we got problems. It's not booting up. There's other stuff in there. Oh, you never told me that you only had like 0.0002 RAM. Oh, the brake horsepower on your machine is giving me tingles. That's what happens, isn't it? So sometimes clients and people will turn around and say to you, but you said you could do it. There's a difference between, is it something that was very crystal clear? So when you said you could do it, you should do it. Or is it something where you said you could do it, but when you then got into the nitty-gritty of doing it, there's gremlins or things from legacy plugins, legacy code, like a website that's had 50 people working on it. Now they want you to sort it out, and you go, yeah, we can do it. And then you go, ooh, we want to sort it out, but stuff that someone else did is impacting on what we want to do. Do you get what I mean? And that's what happens. So you got to kind of like balance it off. Did that help, Jack? Sorry for the really long answer there. Do you know what, Michael? I'm on your wavelength here. If a client has a problem with their email and their domain or their hosting or anything like that, and it's nothing to do with us, it's not my problem. And if they want me to look into it, they've got to pay us for the time. So I might go, yeah, we'll look into it. No guarantee of a solution because we don't fully know what we're going to find. And we're not saying we can fix it. You're paying us to investigate. It's like if you get a plumber round, right? Some plumbers, there's a call-out charge. You call them out and they might go, yeah, this is all you had to do. Boop, turn the tap. You're still paying for them for the investigation, the call-out charge, right? People would happily pay that. Oh, my water's not working. There's a call-out charge. Yeah, I'll pay that. But they won't do that for us, will they? Yeah, like Mark says as well, that is actually the body fat I need to lose, Mark. That is the body fat I need to lose. So that, I didn't help myself over Christmas time at all, right? Did not help myself. I was in the process of working it off and I did not help myself. And now I'm in the process of getting rid of this little bit of, beep, 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 getting rid of this down here. So MD Janan, I hate the type of people as they need to know most of my work. They pay me and I tell them if you want to learn with me while billing, you need to be, yeah, exactly, yeah. Tutoring is absolutely waste or waste. Same thing, Pickstar. Same thing, waste. Pickstar, this is your waste, but it is the waste within the waste, all right? Come on, get onto the Uranus program, Pickstar, the waste within the waste. Absolutely, Mark. And that's exactly... My love handles have gone down now. They're like... In fact, I'll tell you how much they are. They're still about that much. Roughly about that much there. Definitely gone down. And it's the... Do you know what? I'm one of those people. I am one of those people where... You know when you wake up in the morning and you check... I mean, you know when it's like now night, like 9 p.m. and you've got Netflix or something on and you're watching a show and I'll be like this... Oh, flipping heck. It's gone from that to that. Don't you suddenly feel a bit like, ugh, how did it double? How dare it double up? Are you like that at all, anyone? You know, you wake up in the morning and you're almost just checking, and then late at night now or whatever, you're watching TV, you're like that, and you sort of go, flipping heck, where did this come from? Where's my Senecott? Not really. Okay, I'm just saying that. Akram, is there a way to get the total list items of a custom post? Like you create a custom post type. I want to query in the front end the total items. Have you tried asking ChatGPT? I kid you not, everyone, right? Any question you have now, I sincerely say that you should go and ask ChatGPT. I know it sounds dodgy and it sounds odd, but go and ask ChatGPT. Please don't forget to hit like. We've only got 33 likes. And don't forget, if you have not done it already, go and check out our YouTube video where we did one about before and after image comparison. No complicated code pen, no funky widget, no extra plugin or anything like that. And what's really cool about this is, look, I can click anywhere and you can move it. I can move my mouse over here and I can still use my keyboard, the left and right buttons. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong button. I can still do all of that. Look, I can even go like line by line by line by line, line, whatever you're doing, right? It's pretty simple and problematic free. Yes, okay, so I used to have a walking treadmill, except the belt started giving me problems and it started to stop working properly. And I'm fed up with using... Oh, I just hurt myself there. Ow. I think I just dug my rib cage on the table then. I don't like walking treadmills anymore. I really don't. I'm fed up of them. I've had two in the past and they've always had a bit of a problem. Even when you get the belt fixed and all that, there's always a problem with them. Does my head in. Yeah, look, Akram, seriously, mate, you may surprise yourself at some of the solutions it gives you. And it might not give you the full solution, but it might mention 2 or 3 things that you can then elaborate further with ChatGPT, or now you jump onto Google, or you now have a more educated question. So rather than just saying, I want to do da 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 da, now you've got a different frame of question you could ask, and that might help you get to your answer. Nyan, how you doing? Great to have you here. I know the videos are helping you out. You want to learn more about Jet Engine, CrocoBlock WordPress community. There's quite a few videos on it. Have you gone and looked at Paul Charlton, WP Tuts? He's got some CrocoBlock videos. Have you done a Google search on Jet Engine? Have you asked ChatGPT? What is it that you want to learn specifically? Do you know what, Gary? I used to have an elliptical cross trainer, but I got a bit fed up. I get a bit fed up of that bit. I get a bit fed up of that. And at the moment, what I'm finding really is, I know indoor cycling is a bit boring, okay? I know it's boring. But you know when you've got like, so my indoor cycle, I've got like, I've got this special tray that I've slotted on. I've got my MacBook there, got my mouse there. And in 1 hour, I will only burn about 300 calories. Sometimes I go over 350 on a really good day, 350, right? On a really good day. On a not so good day, I might hit 250. Now, 250 in an hour is quite shit. Let me tell you now, 250 calories with 1 hour cycling is not good. However, bear in mind, I'm not like that. I'm not like, I'm not doing that, right? I am working. So I'll be cycling, but it's at a good steady pace, okay? But I'm working, so I can't go really ultra fast. If in 1 hour I can hit 250 to 300 and I've been working, I feel good. I love it. I feel good. Like right now, after this live chat, okay, because I've just been sat, right? Legs not moved much. I'm going to continue with this afternoon stuff, but I'm going to do it while sat on my bike and do an hour, maybe an hour, if I'm up to it, maybe a full hour. And that might be another 300 calories. Right now, we're at 482. That might get me to 780. When I'm going to go pick my son up from school, I'll walk and we walk back. That might take me to 880-ish. And then I'll be, doing some other stuff, whatever. So by this tonight, by the time I get to bed, I may have done 1,000. I feel good. I love it. I feel like I've worked. I've got stuff done. I picked my son up. God bless him. Thrown him, whatever. And I feel good for it as well. Don't forget to hit like. Okay, right. I am actually going to end the live chat here now because we have been live for 1 hour and 27 minutes. So I am going to say goodbye to everyone. MD Jadan, Ground Pets, you've been here for almost the entire live chat. Akram, Pickstar Michael, Mark Newman, Gary, both Garys in a way, and everyone else. Mia, if you're still here as well. If anyone I've missed anyone's name, Pavel, Melissa, anyone like that, I'm really, really sorry. I think I really hurt my rib cage here. I think I knocked it against the table, so that's probably going to give me a few problems later on. Yeah, exactly, Michael. It's not a bad return, is it? I mean, in the morning, okay, once I've woke up and I've showered and got ready and I've got half an hour to kill before I take my son to school, I'm on the floor. I get 150. I do 100. And by the way, when 100 sit-ups, have a 1 minute break. Then I do 50. Then I do some weights. Then I walk my son to school. By the time I get home, I will have done about 140 calories burnt. Do some work, jump on the bike, try and get to 450, 480 before I start the live chats. Do the live chats, jump back on, do a bit of work, and away you go. Away you go. Okay, look, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye. See you later tonight in 7 hours. and 10 minutes at Paul Charlton's WP Tuts live chat. I think we're going to be talking about business things and stuff like that. It's been great having you all here, and don't forget to go and watch the video on the image comparison. Let me know your thoughts. Share it. Please share it across the world. I want to get 1 million views on it in the next 5 minutes. So you're here to help me get 1 million views in the next 5 minutes. I'll see you all tomorrow. Or I'll see you tonight as well. Take care. Bye.